Hello humans, this is Stephen again, and again we're in Automobilista. Now today we're going to do a race at Goiânia in Brazil between the Copa Classic cars and the faster prototype Metalmoros. I'm going to be in a Metalmoro. Now I say this is going to be a race. What it actually is going to be is a few extracts from a race, because I'm interested in looking at the new multi-class improvements. I'm particularly interested in the overtaking behaviour of the faster cars when they come across the slower cars of the Copa Classic class. So what I'm doing now is running through a full qualifying session. I've pressed the Advance Accelerate Time button. As you can see at the top of the screen there's a counter that's going very quickly and the cars are whizzing past the screen in the pits. Now this is necessary if you want to give the sim as much chance as possible to produce decent AI. In other words, to put the fastest cars at the front of each class and the slowest at the back, so you don't get chaos at the start, and so that the AI is given as much chance as possible to enable smooth overtaking. That's the theory anyway. So it takes about a minute or so to run through this, and you'll see at the bottom of the screen next to the stop button there's a skip session button. You can just ignore the qualifying altogether, press that, and the standings will be as they are, but you'll be last if you haven't actually done a lap to qualify. I have done a lap, I'm in 9th place at the moment. Now that skip session button should change any second now. I got a little bit confused when doing this. I kept pressing the stop button rather early. There we go, it's changed to next session, so if you click that, that's the qualifying session complete. The sim has been given a chance to compile a list of the AI fastest at the front, slowest at the back for both classes. And now we'll select the race, and here we are at Goiânia in Brazil. I hope I've got the name of the circuit right. This is the shorter version. I thought I'd give the AI a stiff test. This is a short track with some tight curves in it, and the Metalmoros are much faster than the slower Copa Classic, so it's going to give the AI a workout. Right, here we are at the start. As you can see, there are some Fuscas behind us. There are more cars than that. Cars will periodically disappear and pop in and out because I've got the computer set to show only 12 cars. Now we'll go on to a later lap. We go inside the Copa Classic car on the left. It gives us room to go through, which is good. It doesn't dive in. And now some overtaking later on in the race. Now the Fuscas stick to their line here, but then give me room, and look at that. Metalmoro also dives in, so it's very competitive, but there's room for me to get through. Now Metalmoro on the right here goes through nicely. Now this is typical multi-class. I wasn't expecting the car to take the outside line, but it does move out of the way as I dive to the inside. Now I class that as a racing incident rather than faulty AI. But on the right here you see a Metalmoro, which is much faster than the Copa Classic, not passing. I think that might have to do with something with the proximity to the pit lane. That isn't quite working, it seems. Now we move on to another part of the race to show that the AI is competitive. They're all trying to overtake each other, but look, there's a Copa Classic on the inside here. All three cars go outside, but this Metalmoro checks unnecessarily, which is a shame. And then on the left here, the orange car punts the blue and white Copa Classic out of the way. Again, that's not good, so there are still some teething problems here. I have got the AI set to high aggression, but I think that mimics the real-life behaviour of aggressive prototype drivers in an endurance race, multi-class endurance race like this. Now here we go, two Fuscas on the inside. Both cars go around the outside. I try to do the same, and a car moves out, but I think again that's a racing incident. Now there's a Fusca. Am I going to go on the inside? No, I'm going to pick the outside, put my foot down and go around. And that's exciting. That's multi-class racing. But you've got a split second to make a decision when overtaking. Again, there's a Fusca on the straight on the left. All three cars in front overtake without any trouble. Now, for some reason I decided to go into first gear there and lost traction because of it. But not only is the multi-class working on and off, the AI do battle between each other. You can see these three here are going at it. They're not all taking exactly the same line. And again, we've got another Copa Classic car on the left, and again, all three go past without too much fuss. Now, you'll see the disparity in speed between the two classes here. You have to make a decision very quickly sometimes. The Metalmoros are fighting side by side up front, which is good. Again, I lose traction. Now two different cars are side by side, so as you can see, it's very competitive. There's a couple of Copa Classic cars up front. Let's see what happens. All three cars go to the inside, but the Copa Classic stays to the outside and lets me through, which is good. And then we all go around this car to the right without any trouble. So that's the AI working well in multi-class. Again, side by side going into the corner, a little bumping and scraping, but nothing too excessive. Now this is interesting. What do we do here? Cars go either side in a tight, slow corner. That's excellent, and then allows enough room for prototypes to slip through. And that car, the Copa Classic, was going to turn in and just veered away at the last instance. Now that's the type of exciting, realistic multi-class that makes one feel very hopeful for the future of the AI in Automobilista. I haven't lost ground to the prototypes haven't split up, and again they're overtaking on the straight without any trouble at all. And then everyone slows down for the cool down lap without any fuss. So I hope you enjoyed that.